Anger management. Have you ever felt angry and out of control, and you end up in big trouble because your anger is just overwhelming you? And you just don't want to feel angry, but you do. You really can't stop yourself. Well, hypnotherapy offers you a unique opportunity, not just to manage your anger, but to end that anger reaction completely. We know that anger is there to protect us. It's there. It does a job. It's there to make sure that in a confrontational situation, you represent yourself as an angry person, and that the person talking to you knows you're angry and hopefully backs off. But in many situations, in social situations or in family situations, that anger explodes and takes over and then starts destroying the relationship. I had a client many years ago. He called me up to say, my wife just wanted to go away with her friends the weekend, and I got so angry. I started smashing everything up. I smashed chairs on the tables. I kicked the door in. She was absolutely terrified. She almost called the police, and she said, if you don't sort your anger out, I'm leaving. He phoned me up. He said, Richard, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't mean to get angry, but I just can't stop. So we found out exactly what his anger reaction was. It was caused by a deep feeling of fear, a fear of people leaving, especially when he was about 3 or 4 years old, his mum leaving, because his mum and dad were going through divorce and he knew she would be leaving. And the fear of her leaving was part of that whole anger explosive situation. But it went deeper than that. It went back a little bit further to a time when he was in his mother's car and he was sitting there, and his mother said, excuse me, I'm just going to drop some shopping off at my friend's place. So she pulled over. It was on a hill. She didn't put her handbrake on properly. And as she's delivering all the shopping to her friend, the car starts rolling down the hill, not very fast, but rolling down the hill. And in the end, it gets stopped by a tree and the car comes to an abrupt halt. No one's injured. The car is not even dented. But that evening, when his father finds out that he was in a car that was rolling down the hill, there's this argument, and little Joey is up in the bedroom and he can hear this argument. Obviously, their relationship is very fractious already, very dented and very, very volatile. And he exploded. He could have got killed. And little Joey knows what death is because he saw a dead bird. He saw a few days ago. He knows what it's like when something is dead. And this deep feeling of, wow, if mum leaves me, I could die. Something would happen to me. And as a consequence, there's a deep fear of people leaving him, because when people leave him, he could even die. That was the subconscious reaction. And it was very easy to tidy it up, to explain to the subconscious that, when people leave, nothing's going to happen to you. In most cases, nothing's going to happen to you. And it was just the car rolling down the hill. You were absolutely fine. And we were able to change that whole reaction and let go of that massive anger reaction connected to fear, letting go of the fear, letting go of the connection with the fear and the anger, and then the anger stopped. That's just one of many, many examples over the years I've worked with anger management. So what are we doing? We're not controlling it. We're letting it go. How do we let it go? Well, first of all, I make a promise to both you and to your subconscious. And the promise is this: we're not here to take away the anger, because the anger is a protection system. It was created to cope. Like this 3-year-old, he was very, very angry because the fear of his mother leaving terrified him. And the only way to express it was anger. We're not here to take away that anger. We're here to enable him to become strong enough, in this case, to understand that he's no longer going to be vulnerable if his mum goes away, and that he's now 24 and he's all grown up, and that his mum leaving is not going to cause him to have any physical problem. Once his subconscious accepted this, all of a sudden the fear went and the anger went. We are not here to take away the anger. We are here to enable you to let it go. When you're strong enough, when that anger becomes unnecessary, and then in that example, it's unnecessary now because he's no longer frightened about people leaving because it's not connected with a deep feeling of something terrible happening to him. We enable you to let it go. And when you let it go, under those circumstances, when we've healed you from underneath, there is nothing to trigger it anymore. It's gone. That fear that he had has gone. His anger based on that fear has gone. And therefore, he hasn't just managed the anger, he's let it go. So whenever we work with anger management, we are dealing with the subconscious mind. We take you into a very deep state of relaxation where you can remain completely emotionally detached. Even when we're dealing with the anger, even when we're working with that underlying subconscious reaction, you remain completely calm. And so we can heal very, very complex and very, very emotional issues, even while you're calm and relaxed. So don't forget, like and subscribe. And if you want to know more about hypnosis and hypnotherapy, contact us on rbhyp.com. And I'll give you a call. I offer a free 20-minute consultation where we can talk through all of the issues around anger and anger management and ending your anger, not just managing it, not controlling it, but ending that reaction. I've worked with hundreds of people over my 30 years plus as a hypnotherapist. And we can talk through your issues, talk through your unique situation so that you can see how hypnotherapy can work for you and end that anger reaction. It's not funny, but you know what I mean. We're here to end that reaction and to enable you to, when that situation in the past sort of wound you up and stressed you up, it's just not there. It just doesn't get triggered. There is nothing to control. And so you don't end up shouting or kicking the door or getting angry in any other way. And it's quite weird because when that happens, people notice, well, that's funny. I don't think I got that angry this time. Normally I would have got angry, but doesn't seem to be there anymore. And that's the reaction. It's just them being themselves without that anger part of them being kicked in. So don't forget, like and subscribe. I'll be doing more videos in the future. Thank you very much. My name is Richard Bloom.